What's going on, guys? Roger Dodger here. Did anybody get in on the last RLC offer? I did. And it's a Shelby Toyota 2000 GT. I got two of them in. Let's take a better look. Okay, so RLC released this car, and this is, to be honest with you, it's very similar to the Datsun 510 in terms of packaging and stuff like that. This is really, really cool, and you know, I just spent about 10 minutes on Google trying to get a little bit of information on this car because the Toyota 2000 GT is not a popular car. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, I always bring this up. I don't know what it is about the Datsun 510, but you could buy those cars all day long for $15,000 if you could find one. Here's the thing, this thing costs 1.2 million, okay? 1.2 million. This is considered, this car right here, Japan's first supercar, okay? This thing is much, much, much more nostalgia, much more popular, much more sought after than a Datsun 510 BRE. And you want to know what with Shelby's name on it? It just makes it all more collectible. There's only 3 Shelby models made. 2 of them are in here in the United States, and they make 2 different colors. One is red, and then one is blue, where the red is. You know, this thing really looks like an old Jaguar, and it's pretty cool. So you know, here's the back end of it, and you know, this car was released from, and if I read it right, 67 to 1970. It won a Fuji 24 hours, let me see, whatever. And it broke a bunch of records and stuff like that. So actually, Porsche, the reason why they came up with the 911R was to beat this model, okay? And Shelby was racing this in the SCCA circuit. So to be honest with you, I'm going to open this one today, but man, I almost really don't want to. This is, I mean, you know, like I said, everybody drools over the 510, but why? Why? There's many, many, many other awesome cars out there than a 510, okay? A 510 with some 80-something horsepower. And this is one of them. I'm super happy I bought this. This is much nicer in person. And you know, when I was talking to the guys on the groups, on the Facebook groups, not a lot of them were jumping on it. They didn't like it. What don't you like about it? It's an RLC car. You know, you didn't like the 510 until the RLC car came out. And then the vintage series 510 just blew up in price. Everybody was leaving them on the pegs. So it tells me that people didn't care about the 510, that they did consider it to be an ugly piece of crap car, but you know, it just blew up, and I guess that's how it is in the diecast world. It just blows up. But this one, like I said, is much more. I like this one 10 times better. I mean, it looks cool. Here's the back of the car. It kind of gives you all the little specs and a little bit of history about the car, in case you didn't know. And like I said, Hot Wheels has released a couple castings of this. I believe there's a yellow one floating around and another one floating around. But this one, the racing version, looks really, really cool. You know, enough talking about it. Let's open it. All right, here we go. All right, so this is our car, and and the funny thing about it is, you know, Hot Wheels changed their website, so I had to sit in a waiting room. And I jumped online 30 minutes ahead of time. My computer and my wife's computer logged into both different accounts. And it took me 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes after that, after waiting 30 minutes to get kicked into the order room where I can order this. And people were saying that they jumped in 3 minutes late and instantly got brought to the order form, which is, to be honest with you, there's a flaw. There's got to be, how does somebody jump in front of me and I've been in there for 30 minutes? I don't know. And another disappointing thing that I know about this is that you're only able to get two now. Now that's great for some of the cars that they have coming out. I believe the Golf Camaro is going to be coming out, and the Candy Striper or whatever. I think it's Stripper. I don't know. The gas are coming out. So, a lot of people are going to be jumping on it. So it does give them an opportunity to get the cars, which is good because not, a lot of people weren't able to get it. But it was a first come, first serve. And now I have no clue why somebody would be able to jump ahead of somebody else in the ordering. Okay, enough about that. So this particular car, Carroll Shelby, produced in 1968. Like I said, he produced three of them. Okay, for racing at SCCA circuit. Or if anybody knows anything about Carroll Shelby, he is an iconic automotive tuner. He's made numerous amounts of cars over the years, and he's best known for the Shelby Daytona. It's like the 1968 Shelby Daytona Coupe and the Shelby AC Cobra. Okay, and the AC Cobra used a different body from AC. That's where you get the AC from. It's a European body, just in case you didn't know that. So with a Ford engine inside of it, tuned by Shelby, built by Shelby. Carroll Shelby just passed away a few years ago, but the name lives on. And to be honest with you, before this car even came out, I didn't know that Carroll Shelby had a hand in a Toyota. And to me, that's super cool. Like I said, it was 1968, so this was released in 66 is when it was released. I believe 67 is when they started racing. Carroll Shelby made his in 68, and they raced him till 1970. So, but without further ado, let's open this up. So this number is, on this one, 2395 out of 3,000. So this is pretty limited. But, I have another one for my collection. So let's get this sucker open. And these RLC cars are a little harder to open than normal. Alright. Awesome. I got this thing out of here. And, like I said, I'm not a big Toyota 2000 GT fan, but I'm a racing fan, and this is pretty cool. And, that's why I can, admire the Datsun 510, but to me it's just not, not the car that I think of when it comes to being the number one diecast car. Alright, but let's take a look at this. This is pearl white here. This is not all the way white. This is pearl white, if you could see this. Let me get this light on this a little bit better. Alright, maybe we can see this. Pull this over here. Alright, so we got pearl white on red, and if you Google some of these images, you'll see this red is blue also. I'm not quite sure about the number. I didn't study it too much. But it's got a 33 Tampa on the side. It got CP. I don't know what CP means. Toyota with a Goodyear emblem right there. We have our red line tires on this one. So there's nothing wrong with that. Not my favorite tire, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, let's look at the... I'm not quite sure what these things are, but I don't know. It's got the a lot of the European style cars like this for the racing, they had the mirrors out here. Now I'm not quite sure why they did that. Maybe it's so they can get a better field of view or something. I'm gonna assume that's what it is, because when the mirrors are right here, sometimes you have to look into the mirror to see really who's beside you. They put silver around the door frame or the window frame there. Got clear windows with a black interior, and you can see a painted roll cage in there. Pretty awesome. Toyota logo on the back. And we have our light tampos surrounded in red, and a dual exhaust painted. And the other side is exactly the same. So yeah, and oh, we got some hood pins or something right there. They're silver. And yeah, but this thing has this thing's pretty awesome. Do a little bit of research on this thing, and I think you'll find that whoever didn't like this car or didn't want this car just because maybe they didn't understand or know anything about it, maybe they'll want to pick it up. But man, this thing is cool. And like I said, it really has the same packaging as the Datsun BRE. If you're mistaken, you you would almost think at first glance it was the package for the BRE, but it's not. So, but yeah, this thing is pretty cool. I suggest to go out there, maybe pick it up. I'm sure guys are selling them by now for. I paid $15 plus shipping. I got two of them. I think I paid $27 for both. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, this thing is pretty awesome, man. I'm happy to have this in my collection. This has a metal base painted the same exact color as the car, which is weird. I would rather have a black base, but who cares? But yeah, there we go, guys. This is our RLC Shelby Toyota 2000 GT in race deco. Thing's pretty cool. Kind of like this car a lot, actually. I said it reminds me of the old Jaguars, the XKRs. It's cool, and even Carroll Shelby Daytona really looks like this with the fastback, and then it's got a little wing that lifts up. I really wish that they would make an RLC car like that. I know they made the AC Kerber Carroll Shelby edition, which is pretty cool. I ended up selling it a while ago, but I'll buy another one. I like it. But all right, guys. Again, this is Roger Dodger with Diecast Corner. If you like my videos, subscribe. If you like what you see here, give me a thumbs up. Ask me any questions. I'm an open book. And if there's anything else that you want to see, I'll see what I can do. Coming up with the car. Knows if it's not too expensive or something like that. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, there it is. All right, Shelby 2000 GT, our last RLC offer that we had. So, all right, guys, have a good one, and over and out.